بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. In this video, we will speak briefly about the course of mathematics. First of all, I'm Abdelrazak Souahi. I'm a teacher of lectures and assignments. Hamid Bourawi is helping me with teaching some of the assignments. The first email is my personal email that I use even professionally. I have another email, a professional one, but I use occasionally only. So I prefer that you will contact me at this email. Also, it's better to schedule a meeting before going to the laboratory of advanced materials at the block C. I will try to provide you with all the materials that you need in this course in the platform Google Classroom. The code is the following: HCF7475. The QR code will give you uh, this QR code is the invitation link to this platform. I will try to notify you via the groupe Promo Architecture عناب 2024-2025. I will, in some occasions, use the, the platform e-learning or model of the university to give or to share with you some of the courses. But the first and primary platform that I use is the Google Classroom. For that, you must have a personal Google account. So I can contact you via email if necessary. You must also be present in the lectures and assignment. You must be present, and you must prepare before coming to the sessions, may it be lectures or assignments. I strongly recommend that you ask a lot of questions. I will be very happy to respond or to answer most of them. Also, I suggest that you activate synchronization in your Android or iOS, so that you get the notification of a new post in the Google Classroom. In the worst case scenario, you have email that will tell you every time I post uh, post something, a course, PDF, video, you will get an email that tells you so. What you get you will get بإذن if Allah wills, lectures in PDF format before each lecture, at least one day or one night before. Also, we will get the lectures in English format and YouTube like this one in English. I will try to explain most of the lectures in English. All the assignments are written in English. The in-person explanation will be in Algerian Arabic partially, and I will speak in some English terms, but the solution and the video of the lectures will be in English. I will try also to record some videos or most of the video of the lectures and assignment in Arabic for those who have difficulties in English. In the Google Classroom, you will get a very rich bibliography containing books, papers, video in all the three languages, Arabic, English, and French. However, this bibliography is not mine. So, for example, the video in Arabic will be from someone else, the French from another guy, and the English, for example, from a foreign teacher, for example. For the books, I will give you one of the most important reference will be provided to you. Please check the video explaining how to use Google Classroom for both PC and Android. Also, some lectures may seem independent at first, but the relation between them will be revealed to you in due time. So stay tuned. Also, a lot of lectures are in reality useful for the last ones. So it may seem that they are independent or they are less relevant for the topic, but stay tuned. Also, we'll get a lot of application for real life problems for you as architects or future architects. But you will get not so much of formulas and equations, only a little and the needed ones. Because as you may know, or you should know that in the future, بإذن when doing or building some projects, you have real-time access to formulas. So you can verify or you can use the most important ones. Some of them you are familiar with, and the others are not so easy to retain. So uh, don't be how I say it. Don't be afraid of formulas in this course. What am I expecting from you? I'm expecting a critical mindset. I'm expecting a lot of questions. When I say critical mindset, I mean that you have to be always trying to ask yourself question: Is this information or is this part is relevant to is in contradiction or is same as we have already learned? Is it in contradiction with the real problems? Is it good? How to explain that? How to use that in the future? And so on and so forth. Also, you have to know or to understand how are the movement of Earth and Sun. I will try to explain to you how to calculate the difference between local time and sun time and what are the relation between them. And you must understand that and use it properly at the end of the semester. Also, you have to understand and to use some basic trigonometrical functions. Those who needs to be re-established, we will do so. Also, you will get how to use dials, sand diagrams, how to cast shadows, how to do shading of some buildings and other things. This will be at the end of the semester, if Allah wills. One of the most important topics is how to differentiate between Euclidean and non-Euclidean geometry and which one you have to use or you must use or you can use in what you are working with. We will also be plotting some equations and using some plots and some graphs and understand other ones. And we have to understand how to solve some of the problems and equations. Now for the how I will be uh, uh, checking what you understand, what you use. There will be two forms of examination. There is the exam and the control. The control will be almost or part of some of the assignments that I gave to you. For example, you may have one problem using sinus, and I will control you with other functions like cosinus, for example, to give. a simple and easy exam. For the exam, there will be multi-answer questions, MCQ or MIQ. They will be auto-corrected. The annotated copies will be given to you for further verification and feedback. Be careful. If you get less than 5 points in the as the mean, you will get excluded from this course. So be careful. For further details about that, contact the administration. Now for what we will uh, or what we will talk about in the future weeks. In the first and the second week, we'll be talking about Euclidean geometry and some of the most important theorems in it. For instance, Pythagorean theorem, Thales theorem, and um, Al-Kashi theorem, and other theorems. We will give the demonstration of them only in the paper book. However, in the lectures, we will pass that and we will only discuss how to use them in real life problems that may help you understand the future lectures. The 2 weeks that go after that will be mainly composed of trigonometric functions and how to use coordinates in 2D and 3D. And we will speak briefly about the notion of distance and the notion of geodesics and other terms that are used in geographical um, mapping and geographical. Um, I don't have the word right now in French. Repérage. The next weeks will be we will talk about briefly about vectors, and we will talk about barycenter. This is a very important notion that we will be used in the future lectures. Just after that, we speak about conic forms and some differential equation of first order and second order. One of the topics that may be very useful for you in the future are surface integral and volume integral and their applications. We will talk about that briefly without detailing further, as this may be used or may be exploited using some applications, and there is no need to entertain myself and make your life difficult by giving you very difficult integrals. So we will talk briefly about integrals without entering or without speaking detailedly about every notion. However, this lecture is very important in the sense that it will let you understand the limitation and what you can and what you can't do with the, the software that is given to you or that you will be using. At the end of the semester, or maybe before that, we will be speaking about astronomy and some fundamental notions about it. This will help us to understand better the Earth and Sun relative movements and how to cast shadows and to to draw solar diagrams and the solar paths and know the equation of time and how it we get it. In the almost the last weeks, we'll be speaking about how to cast shadows and how to understand that in better way. After that, at the end, we will try to do some application for real life problems, and this will be very constructive for you. For example, we will be trying to understand how what is the apparent uh, movement of the sun as drawn in this figure. For further details, we will be, for example, for instance, using the sun protractor for casting shadows, and some sun diagrams are provided, but you have to understand how they are constructed or how are they drawn. This is the equation of time that we will elaborate using some equations in terms of cosines and sinus and some periodic functions, but we will omit all of this and we will be only using the graphs because this is the uh, the needed thing. Before explaining more about this course, I will give you of uh, some figures about what we will be doing. We'll be trying to understand this uh, plot of the Earth-Sun relation, the conic functions and the hyperbolic the hyperbolic sinus and cosine function will help us understand how to simulate this bridge in terms of mathematical equations that will be used in the course LDM or resistance of materials. We will understand how to draw and how to what are the properties of some of these figures, as for example the use of the stadium of Team God or the amphitheater of Team God, and how the sound propagate uh, over its surface. We will also be speaking about this. So we need to understand and to use the angles of elevation and the relation with some shadows. Also, we'll be having, we will define the zenith angles, the horizon, the elevation, and so on, as shown in this figure. Also, the equation of time is provided as is the time correction factor between the local solar time and our local time. All of this will help us understand better how to construct some buildings such that we will get a lot or all the rays of the sun directly when we are in winter. However, in the summer days, we only get the light without the direct rays that may rise the temperature. So we need the temperature to rise in winter to use it instead of electrical, for example, warming. And in the summer, we don't want to get all the heat from the sun, but only its light. This is in 2D. In 3D, we want to have something constructed in such a way to get the same thing. In reality, we will speak in terms of vertical and horizontal shading, like this two one, and we try to understand how to calculate VSA, HSA, and how to use them in buildings. We will not enter in this kind of details, maybe in only these two, because this will be the subject of future courses in your second, third, and fourth semester in this next years, if Allah wills. So instead of having horizontal shading like that, we will be constructing something along this side. Also for the same for vertical, we will be constructing something on the side. So we will try to construct something artistic, functional, but for our course, we will not speak about all of this because it's in the outside of the scope of this course. Also, for the Sun diagram, we will understand how are the Sun diagrams differs from altitude, latitude to everyone to another, and the longitude also. We'll understand also what this eight-like shape comes from. For example, here we can change the location to get different sun dials, sun diagrams, or sun path. We'll understand also this for 3D figures for better understanding of casting shadows and understanding times, like for example, times of prayer for Muslim people as Yusuf. For the shading, for example, we will maybe understand better using this kind of visualization. For instance, is this building helping us in using less shadow device or not? Does this help? Moving it, will this help? Is this building shading better than the other ones? At what hour? What happens for buildings that are higher than the floors one, for example, and so on. I hope that this video is very constructive for you, that it explains in general manner what you will get from this course. I see you in next videos and take care. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.